For more than 20 years, we've all loved SpongeBob SquarePants. But right under our noses, there's been this crazy mystery. A case of mistaken identity, or maybe multiple identities? So today, we're going to crack open Bikini Bottom's oldest cold case.
And it all boils down to one simple question. Who is the real Old Man Jenkins? I mean, it sounds easy, right? But oh no, it is anything but. This guy is everywhere in Bikini Bottom, but he looks different almost every single time we see him. He's the town old guy. But trying to pin down who he actually is, it's like trying to catch a jellyfish with your bare hands. It's just impossible.
Okay, so just look at this. This right here is the heart of the whole problem. We've seen a green farmer Jenkins, right? Then there's the skinny blue guy who gets shot out of a cannon. Also, Old Man Jenkins. Oh, and don't forget the guy from the Shady Shoals rest home. He's been fat, he's been skinny, he's had different glasses, different hats, you name it. The evidence is all over the place, and man, has it gotten the fans talking for years. So as this whole mystery got bigger and bigger, people were practically screaming for an answer. And then, in 2017, we got a huge break in the case, a massive lead. And this wasn't some fan theory on a forum, this came straight from the top. You can just imagine the internet went absolutely wild when Nickelodeon, the network itself, decided to step in. For all the fans who'd spent years, literally years, tracking every single appearance, this was it. This felt like the moment the whole case was about to be blown wide open. And boom! Here he is. This is the guy Nickelodeon pointed to. They said, this fish right here, this is the one true Old Man Jenkins. The skinny guy with the buggy eyes, the big gray beard, and that red baseball cap. So this design, which showed up way later in the series, was officially crowned the real deal. And for a minute there, it really felt like, okay, mystery solved. But was it really that easy? I mean, come on. For the real diehard fans, the super sleuths of the SpongeBob community, this official answer just didn't sit right. It didn't add up. Sure, it explained who Jenkins was going to be from then on, but what about all those other guys from the past? It didn't solve anything. So the fan detectives, they went right back to the drawing board because they just knew there had to be more to it. Okay, and this is where things get really interesting. Because the fan community, they came up with some absolutely brilliant and super detailed theories to try and make sense of all this conflicting evidence. Let's dive into what they cooked up. All right, the number one theory, and honestly, it's pretty clever, is the Jenkins family theory. The whole idea is super simple. It's not one guy changing his look all the time. Nope, it's a bunch of different guys who are all related. They all just happen to share the last name Jenkins. It's a whole family of old dudes. And this Reddit user, 12th Doctor is a Badass, pretty much nailed the summary. They are all different men, but they are related. The current Old Man Jenkins, the farmer, is their father. It makes sense, right? It sets up this totally believable family tree that could easily exist in Bikini Bottom and explains everything. So, where's the proof? Well, the smoking gun, the key piece of evidence, comes from the episode Friend or Foe. There's this flashback to when Mr. Krabs and Plankton were kids. And in that one scene, we see two different Jenkinses at the exact same time. You've got Farmer Jenkins, and then you've also got the fatter Jenkins as their school teacher. That's it. That's the proof. They absolutely cannot be the same person. Single-person theory, dead in the water. But hey, the family theory isn't the only game in town. Oh no. The fans got really creative. You've got the Time Lord theory, that he's basically Doctor Who and just regenerates. Then there's the idea that Old Man Jenkins is a title, like a badge of honor passed down to the oldest guy in Bikini Bottom. Some people even think it's just what they call any old man in town. I mean, the creativity here is just off the charts. Okay, so we've looked at all the clues inside the show, we've explored these amazing fan theories, but what if we've been looking in the wrong place this whole time? What if the real answer isn't in Bikini Bottom, but behind the scenes at the studio where the show is made? Look, those fan theories are incredible, but they're all working on one big assumption, that there's a logical story reason for all this. The real answer? Well, it might be a lot simpler, and it's actually a cool little peek into how cartoons get made. And this right here, this is the key that unlocks the entire mystery. It's a term from animation called an incidental character. Basically, these are the background characters, the fish just walking by to make a scene feel full. And to make life easier, writers and animators will just give them generic placeholder names while they're working.
And there you have it. That's the truth. Old Man Jenkins was never meant to be one person. It was just a generic name the writers slapped on any old background fish they needed for a quick joke. So this huge mystery that fans have been trying to solve for decades, well, it wasn't really a mystery. It was just a quirk of how the show was produced. Mind-blowing, right?
So, okay, case closed. We have the answer. But that's not where the story ends. Not even close. Because what started as a simple production shortcut, it grew into one of the show's best-running gags and a true piece of fan legend. And the way it all happened is just so cool. Think about it. Step 1, the writers just use a placeholder name. Step 2, the fans, with their eagle eyes, notice it, and a whole mystery is born. Step 3, the show's creators see what the fans are doing and they lean into it, turning their mistake into a deliberate inside joke. And finally, step 4, they make it official, giving him that one consistent design in season 11. It's like the whole thing came full circle. And this quote, this is just perfect. I'm Old Man Jenkins. Are there any other Old Man Jenkins I should know about? It's the show becoming totally self-aware, giving a big wink to all the fans trying to figure it out. It's that awesome moment where the creators and the audience are all laughing at the same joke. So in the end, the whole case of Old Man Jenkins proves that sometimes the best stories aren't even in the script. They happen in that space between the show and its fans. A simple production quirk can literally create a whole culture of fan detectives. It kind of makes you wonder, right? If Old Man Jenkins was a mystery hiding in plain sight this whole time, what other secrets is Bikini Bottom still hiding?